So much better. I'm going to go ahead and cover that in white. I'm probably going to blow out that sky. I'm thinking I will. It's always a hard decision. Between swiping and blowing. Swiping, I always seem to get so many air bubbles. And the thing about doing the Dutch pour, blowing it out with a hair dryer, is that's also the way you get rid of air bubbles, so you don't tend to get as many, which can be kind of nice. Don't worry too much about this bottom area for now. I might do is almost have like 3 different areas, say. And in the middle here. Colors. This kind of across here. Down in here. With some different colors. I wasn't sure if that was clogged. I'm glad I checked it, because it actually was not clogged. And for these parts, I may swipe first. I'm going to use the swiper more than what I think I'm going to. May have really overkilled on paint if I don't end up using a blower. I put extra on here, you know, because the blower used a lot of paint with the blower. I'm going to turn that over to this blue. Going to swipe across here. Just sort of mix things in a little bit. Some things in a little bit more. I think I want to use like the puppy one or something on this. I'm just going to grab the blower and give that a whirl. See what it does with that. You might want the center part a little lighter, but let's see what happens when you blow into it. Oh, I'm going to turn the power on. It's not going to do much without power. Yeah, I really overdid the amount of paint I'm going to need, but you know, I kind of like that, so I'm not sure. Let me get the smaller one. Normally I try and not have too thick a layer of paint, but on the other hand, if it's doing what I want it to do, I don't want to sneak the wings in there. Looks like it needs the nose. Oh boy. Oops. That right there, I don't like what that just did. So let me come back in with the bigger one. Problem is, and I don't seem able to work it out, is there's a really funky spot right here. I don't know why. Just mysterious things happen sometimes. Let's see if I can just sort of pat it out since it didn't want to blow out. Let me take the little blower for that. Well, that's certainly a fairly dramatic sky. So we'll just keep on with it then. What I wanted to do is get some mountains back in here. I want them in blue. Far away mountains. Add some other colors to that, you know? I'm just going to grab some of this excess paint, of which I have way too much. And, oh yeah, boy, I overdid. We may have to do some ornaments or something with the rest of that paint. I really overestimated how much paint I was going to need to do this. I'm just going to use this stick here. I've had some stray dots. I'm going to see about those in just a minute. Sometimes we get these stray little dot things. It happens. I just want to get some general feeling of clouds back in here. Not clouds, mountains. Where did I get the idea of clouds? These are very clearly mountains. I'm going to make these mountains come up higher. Just keep coming along here. Oh. I'm going to do that. It's not bad for a mountain shape. Just wherever these little things are. Not many of these little spots, but that's not a spot I see. Okay. Turn this upside down here. Oh shoot, where did that come from? That big blob of purple. Was that hanging off this blower? Where did that come from? Oh no! No. That is not where a big blob of purple should be. Not even a little bit. Oh goodness gracious me. Okay, well, let's see what we can do with that. Either there was a glob hanging off my glove or something. I'd have to do a post-mortem here on the floor and have a look. Okay, there we go. Now it's sort of like a wispy little cloud. And that's what happens when you sort of panic, but not completely. Maybe at the edge of the stick? I don't know. That is going to haunt me. Why in the heck that happened? Okay, now, down in here, we need, I think, a layer of green. Little spot there with no paint. All right. That one. A little bit of bright blue in there. Light blue or some very good. What kind of implement I want to use for this next part of this thing. Use a foil ball? I don't know if I want to use a foil ball. Let me just use a sheet of foil at this point. See what that does for me. There's not really enough colors in here to do anything really fun with this yet. I'll just press that in there for the moment. What I want to do is maybe get some extra little colors in here. Maybe put a little bit more purple in there. Oh, that's red, not purple. That would be very different. Kind of some of that purple in here is darker in areas, maybe. Maybe a little bit more. Bubble wrap would work too. I don't tend to use paper towels because it'll soak right in. So, you know, you end up with all the paint on soaked into your paper towel. I guess what I'd like to do is see if I could do. Now this is probably too wet. Yeah, that's going to be too wet. I wanted to add some trees back in here. But I think I might have to wait till it dries, although that's not coming along as horrifically as I envisioned in my head it would. Let's put some paint down in here. Some other green. I've got to get more green paint and mix it up. I just don't have that much here. I don't have pure green. I got dark green and I got light green. Okay, kind of get the middle green out of there. I can take the one out there. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. And we're getting some idea of where these trees are, but I can't really get the shaping in quite as well as I'd like. I'm going to try it anyway, though. Oh, that's it. You know, it's still, sometimes it does interesting things that I don't even know what it's going to do, you know. I'm going to put a big one over here. On the side there. Extra little foliagey things. And down in here, I just want to kind of fill that in there. Just use this in here. I'd like to have, oh, there's the biggest air bubbles you guys could possibly envision. Just get this in. Use that there. get all this all the way down here, I think. Just a layer down here. Okay. Now the next thing I want to do, the color I want, no, this is the color I want. Take this, and I need that swiper back with me. I think I need a swiper. I'm not sure. Wherever that went, I know I dried it off. Here it is. Let's see if this. As it gets down there. Oh, hello, Dan. How are you? I thought I'd take another shot at those canola fields that I did before, that I did last year. Slightly different, well, very different look to it. Boy, I got some green up here though that was not wrong in there. I think I could just lift that off there. The paint's a little thicker than it should be, and it's wreaking some degree of habit. You know, usually I don't have enough paint, and in this case I overdid it the other way. Way too much paint. I just read today they're canceling Resident Alien after this season. Very disappointed. They said though the writers knew it was coming, so they're pretty much going to wrap things up this season. So it'll be the sort of thing that hangs on there for us at least. I think there's 3 more episodes. I saw your photos. Where is that? Is that Scotland where you were? I saw those on Instagram. That looked absolutely magical wherever it was you were. Everyone's away on trips. All my neighbors are away. My one neighbor is in Africa on business, you know. I thought from the name, I thought it sounded kind of Scottish, but you know, I didn't want to be a whatever it is about it. Because I, of course, have no real idea. I went to see the lotus pond today, as I like to do. It's kind of hot this afternoon, but lighter, even lighter yellow than that. I'm not sure. That's still a bit of a cat. Oh, there's that other yellow. I thought I had one that was lighter. On that one. I'm just going to dollop this along here. I want to go across and then down. Maybe across with a real small one. That probably wouldn't hurt, actually, if you just go across with a bigger one and then just down anyway. But back, as you get back further. This, oh, let me move over. I'm looking through the paintbrushes at everybody. So this morning I was baking something. Actually, I was trying to use up, we have so many figs from our other house and the fig trees. So I decided I'm going to try to make these fig oat bars. And so I'm making them, and every time I get like my hands full of stuff, I can see something on my glasses. And I keep taking off my glasses and cleaning them, and it just keeps going there. It turned out it was an itty bitty spider that had, so every time I tried to move it, he'd grab on with this web. And oh, it's driving me absolutely berserk this morning. And what is that? The fig bars came out okay. They were a little sweet, but that's easy enough to fix. I don't like things too sweet. Most recipes like things very sweet, so it doesn't always work out well for me. But that's easy to fix. That's a little better. I like it with this other color mixed in there. So I think that recipe will work out well for me though. That took out all the yellow. You can put it back in now. Swipe downward. I need to do a couple more rounds of the yellow in there. I'd like to get a little more of that light yellow. Carry over in here. I'd like to get more of it back there. Actually touch them. I was tempted to use the silicone oil on this, but in doing it, I realized that the green is underneath. So if I use silicone oil, that's just going to come up green instead of yellow. It's going to do the opposite of what I want it to. Let me get back to that stick. It was just right at my eye level on the side. So it was just, I could see something was there, and I couldn't really, something was just right there. And I kept thinking it was something awesome. And it would seem okay, and then I'd go and don my dough, where I was kind of all in the dough, so it was, I didn't want to touch my glasses at that point. Just one of the things I went through today. That actually looks so funny. I like putting in these little dollops of other stuff. It makes it look more varied. I didn't see the canola there this year. Maybe they planted some other crop or something. Who can keep up on these things, That's not too bad. I'd like to get this one. Comes down slightly lower. guys are seeing here. It's still, that's gotten a little dark, hasn't it? I mean, the exposure, not the painting. Although, you know, I'm gonna try coming up one lighter, but usually that's too light when I come up to 5 instead of 6. It usually goes too much the other way. It's a little brighter, but probably a little closer to what it should be. I've got a lot of air bubbles down here, and I think I'm going to try and take those out. Oh, those came out real well. Sometimes it causes some problems. Glad I did that now. Alright, so there we go. We've got kind of the feeling of it there. Actually pretty well. The only thing I'd say is it might be nice to have a little more lighter green up on those hills. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. No. Very good points about our 8-legged friends. I'm gonna try getting a little of this lighter green up in there and hopefully have it not roll into the sky like it did a minute ago. Oh, this is good too because it's been long enough now that it can sit there a little nicer than what it was doing initially. A little couple stray dots before I realized what it was doing, but other than that, here. I caught humor out. I should have mentioned to him when I was coming on. I'm going to try this. This now doesn't look like a tree. It looks like something bizarre and otherworldly up there. I don't know what's going on there. Just add a little more what will look like, hopefully look like a tree. And what is that? There's a little dot there I need to try and take out. Canola flowers, or they're also called grapeweed. I believe they're the same plant, but they're for canola oil, and they do these beautiful yellow flowers. We're just past them now. We just have them, and now they're a little past. But apparently, when the Europeans came to settle here, they brought the seeds to plant as a trail, and then when they were going back, they could follow the yellow fields to get them back. That's what I heard. Don't know if it's true. Might have said something really stupid now, but that is what I heard they did. I will stick by that. This one also is a little higher. When I first tried this, the paint just wouldn't stick on there at all, so it's doing a little better now. Need a little more of that light green to show up against those blue mountains. Green doesn't hurt anything. And now I want to put the foot on there and it's green enough. the size canvas that I ordered way too many because I thought I was ordering one and I messed up and ordered the same size. But I don't have any more prepped. It's my last one, so I'll have to clear off my puzzle area, which I should have done. Usually what I try and do is when I'm in between puzzles, then I prep some canvases, and I forgot this time. I got excited and I forgot. So I should clear off an area and do that. And prep some more of this size canvas since I have so many of them. They're a nice size too. I mean, you know, maybe not what I thought I was ordering, but a nice size nonetheless. Bouncing around so much without a part that it should be. Okay, is there anything else that I'm looking at here and going, yeesh? Not sure about that. Still not sure about this one. Here, let me see if I can fix that. It might be better, it might not be. I don't know. There we go. Let's see what we're at here. Okay. There's a little bit of green that got on that mountain there. Yeah, that I tried to fix. It's a little more fixed. Thought that was a paper towel. It was a foil ball. That did not do the same thing. Oh, that bubbled up funny, didn't it? I mean, now it looks a little bit like a drip. Oh, I hope I don't mess it up to try and fix it, but I really don't like things that look too much like drips. I'm not Jackson Pollock. He already did drips. That looks a little less like a drip, and I don't want to overdo it and mess it up. But the last time I did this, I did an all gray sky, and this time I thought I'd do a sky with a little more color in it. They do.